it's Lynn here. I hope you're having an incredible day. Now guys, I've been tagged in a tag video to do another fun tag, and this time this is succulent and cacti related, so it's going to be brilliant to do. And first of all, I want to say a thank you to my amazing fiance Hans behind the camera, who is filming me today. So say hi to Hans, everybody. And links up above to Hans's amazing cacti and succulent channel, family of cactuses and other beauties. And this tag now is actually, I've been tagged by, and apologies if I don't say this name right, guys. Let me know. Is it Mariah or Mariah? And it's Succulent Living by Mariah Johnson. And links up above to her amazing channel, guys. She has the most amazing channel, and she's a really lovely girl as well. And so thank you so much for tagging me. And please do go over and check out Mariah's channel, please. And also, this tag was started by Windowsill Succulent Gardening. So hi there. Please do subscribe also to Windowsill Succulent Gardening. And thanks so much for starting this tag off. And also for tagging me too, both of you guys. So links up above to Windowsill Succulent Gardening as well. And I'm also going to put links down below to all the channels that I mentioned here as well, guys. So let's get going with this tag. Now, the first one is, how long have you been growing succulents and cacti? And what was your first succulent? Well, I've been growing now cacti succulents for 35 years, so a long time. I started off when I was very young, and what started it off for me was my brother came home the one day with a few cacti from a garden centre in England called B&Q, and I was just hooked from that day on. And I just thought, I love these plants, I love them. And I sort of ended up taking them off him. So I've actually made a separate video on what was the first cacti and succulents that I ever had in my collection. And I'm going to put links up above to that video because it goes into a lot more detail, and I talk about the first ones I ever had. But the very, very first one would have been a peanut cactus, a Camaceras silvestri, that I still have to this day. And I cannot believe it is as old as it is. It started off as a few little tiny little peanuts. That was the one that my brother bought, and it grew into a huge big bowl. And sadly it had mealybugs and everything, so I had to dissect it and restart it again from cuttings. But the actual plant itself is 35 years old, so it is remarkable, guys. The second one, why do you grow succulents? Well, I grow cacti and succulents because I just find them absolutely fascinating. As I say, I've been growing plants for over 35 years, since a young child. My auntie was mad on indoor plants and gardening, and I used to go out to her house as a child, and I used to see all the plants she used to have in her house and in the side conservatory. And when I used to go away, she'd give me a little cutting, and I used to propagate them on the windowsills in my bedroom and that. So that's what got me into plants. But succulents and cacti, there is something extra special about them. I love the spines. I love how wacky and unusual all the shapes are. They just have a complete fascination for me. And I love succulents and cacti, but out of the two, cacti are my ultimate passion. It's the combination of the spines, and when they flower as well, the softness and then the fierceness of the spines. Gosh, wow, I love them. I love them. What else do you grow? Well, me and Hans here, we grow a mixture of many different plants. We have lots of different house plants. We have some scheffleras, we have ficus, we have philodendrons, we have ferns, lots, and we have a few different ones on the go. We have spider plants, chlorophyton, but obviously the majority, 90%, is cacti and succulents. What are your three favourite genus of cacti or succulent? Well, I would probably say epiphyllum, because I love the amazing huge flowers on them when they flower. Out of flower, they look pretty unusual, boring type of plants, but with the flowers are just spectacular on them. And trichocereus, because I absolutely love trichocereus. I love the big tall cereus type of cacti. They are just, even when they're not flowering, and they have to be very large to flower usually, especially in cultivation, they have a fascination for me. And of course a lot of them have the big spines on them. Also ferro cacti, because even when they're not flowering, the spines on ferros are just thick and stout and usually very colourful, and they're just wow. So I love ferro cacti. And possibly, I know it has to be 3. I'll probably say also echinopsis as well, because again, echinopsis can come in the trichocereus range when it comes to the flowers, but the echinopsis cacti are usually the round shaped ones, and they have the beautiful patterning on, and they're just very easy to get to grow and flower, so they have a fascination for me as well. But there's too many. It'd be hard for me to actually pick 3 genuses only, because it's just so broad. What are your 5 favourite plants? And again, I couldn't really pick 5 favourites, but I'm probably going to go, I know this is going into genus again, but I'd probably say obviously trichocereus, all the varieties. Dragon fruits, Hylocereus, I love the dragon fruit plants. We have a few here, one I grew from seed, and we have a couple of dragon fruits, only small, but I really love them. And epiphyllums, as I say, again, mention the trichocereus, like the ferro cacti, and the gymnocalciums as well. Again, I'm talking about genus. What else as well do I love as well with succulents would be euphorbias, because they are so diverse. There's so many euphorbia. A lot of them are very cactus-like, but obviously they're succulents and purely succulents, but they're just an amazing range. So again, too many to choose from. And which is your least favourite? Now that's a hard one, because this is going to be one difficult to answer, because I really cannot think of one I really is a least favourite. I really love them all. I haven't really got a least favourite, I have to say. I really love them all. There's not any that will be my least favourite, because I can't even think of any. I think they're just all amazing. So I'm sorry I can't answer that one. So how many do you own? Now this is funny, guys, because between us, me and Hans would have easily well over possibly 2,000 plants. Because if we're talking of everyone, including seedlings and cuttings and all the little pups growing all around the edges on some of them, easily 2,000 plants. Crazy, I know, but easy. many different types. What is your growing space? Now we are very lucky, because where we live here we have a landlord who doesn't mind us having a polytunnel in the back garden. So we have a 20-foot by 10-foot polytunnel that is filled with cacti and succulents mainly, and that's the main part of our growing space in there. It's in a south facing position in the garden, so it gets, when we get sun here in Northern Ireland, that is, it does get plenty of sun when the sun comes out, so it's a great position, and that's our main growing space. But we also of course have plants in the house as well. We have many other types of house plants around the house, and some in the windows, and we have a lot of the other cacti and succulents that aren't winter hardy, cold hardy, in the windows indoors to overwinter. And we also have a room upstairs dedicated as a plant room with grow lamps to growing the succulents, so to growing the seedlings and growing cuttings and things like that. So we are lucky we've got plenty of space for the plants. And that's number 9 is, have you ever lost a special or expensive one? Well, I haven't lost anything that's really been expensive. They usually are replaceable as in value, but more sentimental. And I have lost a few to mealybugs, and some that just died for no reason. You don't know what's happened. And a couple of Mammillaria spinosimas that I'd had for a long time, I lost them this year, which was very sad. But I managed to save loads of seed that I propagated, and got loads of seedlings from the one. So that's the plants carrying on in that way. Also my baby toes, my Phthia pulchra, that died, and I was really upset. Saved seed from it, the seeds never germinated, which was a real shame. So I'm on the lookout for one of them as well. And probably a few more we've lost as well. I'm trying to think of other ones. It hasn't been too bad. We're lucky we haven't really lost any other than ones that are replaceable. But it's always sad when we lose our plants, because it's more the sentimental value than anything else. And says, what is on your wish list? Oh yes, I say about losing the plants. So to go back to that, the one I really was gutted over was my Echinocactus ruby spinus, which is a beautiful ruby coloured plant that has the most beautiful pink flowers when it flowers, and I've had it for years. and it had it's the most beautiful coloration all around the body. It's nicknamed the rainbow cactus, and sadly that was overtook by them horrible mealies that are very indestructible, but had almost like a greeny grey colour to them, and they just burrowed right inside the plant's body and just ate it all hollow. It's horrible, but that was really sad. Anyway, so I go back onto the next one, number 10. What is on your wish list? Well, we have lots of plants on our wish list, me and Hansi. Too many to mention, but the two that I really want to get, definitely for next year, is Schlumberger opuntioides, because I really love the fact it's a Schlumberger, which is another genus I absolutely love, by the way. You know, the commonly known as the Christmas and Thanksgiving cacti, and have the beautiful hanging flowers, especially at this time of year. And the opuntioids, actually, it is a Schlumberger, but it resembles an opuntia in the way the pads are shaped and the way they look. And it hangs down, it's absolutely spectacular. So that's on our wish list. And also Euphorbia canariensis, which is a euphorbia succulent, but very cactus-like. And it has the most amazing stems on it. Oh, so that's the two next on our wish list, guys. I said, what made you share on YouTube? Well, I've been on YouTube now for over 5 years, and I used to watch other people's YouTube videos, and I used to think, God, I wish I could do that, and I wish I could share my videos. And the one day I just plugged up the courage to go and make a video, and I was so nervous. I think it took me a whole week to do this video, and I started off with my weird and wacky cacti and succulent collection in Ireland, and that was the first video I ever did. And I just put it up there, and it did really well, and that encouraged me to make more videos. So I'm going to put a link up above to the very first video I ever made on YouTube, and that's the start of the collection. As I know, I have a lot more plants that I've had since then, and a lot of the plants in that video have grown a lot larger. But that was when I lived in the southeast of Ireland in a town called Wexford, and I had a conservatory attached to the house, that's where I grew a lot of the plants, and then around the house. So a lot more in the collection now. So what is your other main hobby apart from growing cacti and succulents? Well, obviously cacti and succulents and gardening is my ultimate passion in life. It is my passion. But I also love crystals and holistic way of living and a hippie way of living. Me and Hans are both hippies in the sense that we're not conventional. I think you can tell by the way we are. We don't like to follow the norm. We don't do anything we feel doesn't, you know, represent us. We don't have to do what everybody else does. We don't celebrate Christmas. Nothing against anyone who does. We just don't conform to what society expects us to conform to. So we only do what we want to do. And that's exactly what we do. So our main hub will be alternative living, nature, crystals, aromatherapy, all the type of holistic therapies, meditation, living a holistic life. We're both vegan. We love living a healthy lifestyle, eating lots of healthy vegan food. We don't really do junk. And we're quite clean living people. So, and most importantly, one of our main hobbies is having fun, which me and Hansi do. So that's best way of summing it up. So I think that's all the questions. And guys, I want to let you know that everybody is tagged. So whoever is watching this video, if you grow cacti and succulents, if you want to do the tag, please do it because it's fun and everybody's tagged. But the main people I'm actually tagging is obviously, how could I not tag my amazing fiance Hans because he's been growing cacti since for so long now. He's so knowledgeable. So Hansi behind the camera, you have been tagged.
Wow.
So Hansi's tagged. And Olga's Dreamland. Olga is an amazing girl here on YouTube. She lives in Greece, and she has the most amazing collection of cacti and succulents. So how could I not tag Olga? So obviously all links above to everybody, sorry, not above because I won't have enough room, links down below to everybody's channels I'm tagging here, guys. Do check them out because they have amazing YouTube channels. And also there's Saxon's Botanics. Now, he's only 13 years old, Saxon's Botanics, and he has a lovely channel on growing plants, so please do check him out, guys. Links down below. So Saxon's Botanics, you have been tagged as well to do this. And Shane Walsh also lives here in Ireland. He lives in Killarney, County Kerry, beautiful part of the west coast of Ireland, and he has an amazing collection of cacti and succulents too, so please do check his channel out, guys. So Shane, if you get time, do this tag, it will be great. And obviously you've got Sunshine Life Happiness. George has an amazing channel where he's really has a great channel, guys. Do check him out, where he shares his growing cacti and succulents on there. He has amazing cacti from seed as well. So George, you've been tagged. And also Grower George, Gaisu's Plants. Now also called George, or Gaisu. George lives in Moldova, and he is very knowledgeable growing plants as well. And he has two channels, one's Gaisu's Plants and Grower George. So do check them both out, put links down below to both his channels. So George, Gaisu, you've been tagged as well. So guys, that's everybody tagged, and as I say, you're all tagged, and links down below to everybody's, everyone I've mentioned here in the about section. And again, a special thank you to my amazing fiance Hans, who's behind the camera, who is filming me at the moment. Thank you so much, my love, for filming me. And please do check Hans's channel out, and of course Hans is tagged as well. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and all of your amazing support and all your comments and everything. I cannot thank you guys enough. And I want to send you all loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. Look at that sun coming through today, guys. It's a sunny day here. Wow. Until the next video, guys. Bye.